All right, guys, for the past 25 years, the Texas State Aquarium has given millions an opportunity to get up close and personal with the sights and sounds of the animals of the Gulf of Mexico and much more. And get this, you can be one of those million because we're going to give you a chance to head out to the aquarium. We're going to give away some callers 401 some tickets. It's 470-5144. Good luck. All right, hey, make sure you join us tomorrow on San Antonio Living. We're introducing a summer mommy makeover special, plus makeup tips on the right way to contour, get that small nose and those cheekbones, and we're going to learn tomorrow. And we're going to pick our viral picks of the week. Okay, back to Facebook. We have our other intern, Mackenzie, here joining us. Hey, girl.
Hey,
all right, what are people saying? People have a lot to for you. That's all. I'm excited for you.
Well, thank you. On Facebook today, we're talking about what your father figure, what kind of advice he's given you. Better yet, the best advice he's given you. So these are some of your comments. Scott says his father said, make the best of it. He said that countless times I would complain about going somewhere I didn't want to, all the way to high school. Well, Scott, my dad told me to always make the best of every situation. You never know when an opportunity is going to arise. Kind of like this one. Denise should go on vacation more often. All right, and now back to you, Shelly.
I love it. Good job. All right, we have our interns working today for free. It's a real good idea. They've been doing a great job. And of course, we've got something fun going on for a great cause as well. Joining us this morning to tell us more, Roy Lopez Jr. is here with Southtown Comedy, the executive director of the Alzheimer's Association, Margaret Barron, and comedian Mike Robles to talk about a long day of laughs. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming.
Good morning. Good morning.
You think you could do that like our interns?
Sure. Why not?
I love it. I love it.
She was very good.
It's very nerve-wracking, I know. So tell me about the big event and how you guys kind of brought this together.
Well, myself and Richard Z. Rodriguez formed a company called Southtown Comedy.
Okay.
I've been in comedy for since 2000, and what we're trying to do is get a brand out there of clean corporate comedy.
Do you guys know Cleto?
Of course.
I figured as much.
Cleto had a lot to do with helping us with that, and you know, I mean, we put on shows and everything, and I met Margaret a few years ago and started volunteering with the Alzheimer's Association. And one day we met and said, hey, why not get together and do something for Alzheimer's? So I thought it would be a fantastic idea. Southtown Comedy merged with Ms. Marin over there, and then decided to do something about it.
I love it. So you get to literally listen to funny stories and comedians and laughter all day long for a good cause.
Absolutely.
Margaret, tell me a little bit about how this all benefits the Alzheimer's Association.
Sure. It's the longest day of the year, and it's our event, the longest day, and we call out to everyone around the globe to do something to remember those who have Alzheimer's disease. So we're asking you to do something from sun up to sundown.
Okay.
And so Roy and Richard heard this, and they decided they were going to do comedy from sun up to sundown. I mean, what great medicine.
Yeah.
Laughter is wonderful. And so come out. It's a $5 donation to come in, and you can come in and go as you please and just listen to some really, really fabulous comedians.
Okay, so there's a big lineup, and one of those headliners is Mike Robles. He's with us this morning.
All right,
I love that. So
I flew in all the way from New York just to do this, by the way.
Seriously?
No, not seriously. But it just sounds good.
It does. That sounds real good. Tell me why you thought this would be a great thing to get involved with, Mike.
I thought it was a good thing because, first of all, the cause. I know Roy a long time, and he called me and asked me if I would come down. And, you know, if I have time, I'd like to donate my time, my comedy, you know, for good causes like this, and that's why I said, sure, you know. And then he asked me, do you have any family members, you know, that might have suffered from Alzheimer's? And I said, you know, honestly, I don't, but maybe I do, because, you know, back in the day when no one knew what Alzheimer's was, for example, I think most of us, at least my age, you know, grew up with that grandmother who didn't remember much. So I have my grandmother, for example, like, would look at me and she goes, who are you again? Whose grandson are you? And I go, your son Carlos. Oh, Carlos. So she didn't remember much, but what I found interesting was she never forgot where she put her money. And back in that time, you know, women used to kind of hide it, you know, whatever. So again, it's just like, I'm not making fun of it, but back then we didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
but obviously it did exist.
You know, my grandfather suffered with it for many, many years, and other friends and I who have family members going through it. That's my advice to them. Once you deal with the pain and the sadness, when you look at it as I'm getting some of the best stories of my life from my loved one, and they make me smile with their stories. There really is a lot of good and light and fun stuff, fun memories really, that come out of it. So a great cause, good laughter, and we want everyone to go.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
And by the way, the $5 is suggested. If you want to donate 50, we'll also
take it.
we'll take the 50 as well.
All right, guys. Well, it is happening this weekend during the longest day of the year, which is Sunday, by the way, from sunrise to sunset. It's the longest day of last.
I have the sunset spot, by the way.
You got the sunset spot?
Yeah,
All right,
I have the,
that's a good spot. It's later in the night. Of course, it's at Blue Star Brewery. You can find out more by checking the website, southtowncomedy.com, Alzcomedymarathon on Facebook, also alz.org, or the number there on your screen. All right, don't go away. We've been talking about it for a while now. The O'Krentz Flooring Contest winners have been chosen, and we are going to show you the before and after pictures after the break. We'll tell you how you can also win $10,000 of new flooring. You can win. It's coming up. And later, NBC has finally come to a decision on the fate of Brian Williams. Will he stay or will he go? We've got the answer for you next.